Real estate investing has completely changed my life, and it will for you too, but you need to avoid these 6 homes at all costs. My name is Zach, and all I've done for the past nearly 10 years is eat, sleep, and breathe real estate, and I know what properties are good and exactly which ones you should stay away from. If you're thinking about getting into real estate investing, you need to know which properties to stay away from. The last one on this list, even experienced investors still fall for it. But let's start with the bad before we get to the ugly. So these types of houses lose you money because of the high crime rate, businesses shutting down, and schools just not getting enough funding. You might get a great deal initially, but in the long run, you're gonna lose money because it's gonna be impossible to sell it for what you pay for it. Houses like this are gonna have no demand, and no demand equals no appreciation over the long term, which means no equity for you. If the area starts to decline, then the city could possibly not put any money back into the area to fix roads, schools, or do anything to help the economy. Even if the house is dirt cheap, what's gonna happen when no one wants to buy it from you? Unfortunately, this is when homes become foreclosed and undesirable. But wait, it gets so much worse than that. Did you know that DIY flipper fails are some of the worst money pits out there? These partially renovated homes that you see on HGTV that people come in, they buy and spend all kinds of money to make them look good is just not realistic. What they don't show you on these TV shows is when these project costs spiral out of control and all of a sudden people are losing tens of thousands of dollars. This is why I always try to say have every home inspected before you buy. You don't want to buy something and have no idea what you're buying and what the problems are. You're not just buying someone's house, you're buying someone else's mistakes. But this next home type will surprise you because it is not something that you will expect. So historical homes like the one behind me, they sound charming, they sound great until you realize how expensive it is to change things out like electrical, plumbing, and even windows. These properties can cost 2 to 3 times as much as their modern counterparts. Ever try getting approved from a historical preservation board? Well, think again because it's nearly impossible. It's like asking the pickiest person in the world to help you select materials from 80 years ago. Things like costly renovations, legal restrictions are gonna cost so much money and time in the long run. It looks charming until you realize you need city approval just to get a window replaced. Now, here's a home that nearly cost me $30,000. I'm talking about houses with hidden liens or tax problems. So these types of houses can easily have unexpected title issues that you're not aware of. Someone could pass away, they don't do a succession right, and you could spend so much money trying to hunt down these people just to sign over their rights to the property that you think you bought. Imagine thinking you own a home just to find out later that someone else still has a claim on half the property. Houses like this have no demand because they have no good infrastructure. Utilities are hard to come by, they're expensive, and there's no good schools, there's no good roads nearby. They will never make you money. And on top of everything, it's gonna be almost impossible to find a tenant who wants to live out here. And if you go to try to sell it, finding a buyer is just as hard. Oh, sure, it's peaceful and it's quiet, but it's gonna be nearly impossible to find water, utilities, or even internet access. But can you believe that out of all the houses we've talked about, those are not even the worst ones yet? This is a home that even experienced investors still buy. Imagine buying a house from a shady wholesaler and they tell you, you know what, you're buying this, go to this address. You come to find out that another family owns that and it's not even up for sale. The moral of the story is do all your research on every property and don't think that if it's too good to be true, it probably is. It looks like a steal until you find out that that seller is being shady to you and taking your money. Before investing, always research the market, check the property, and get a full property inspection on everything you do. Now, have you ever seen a disaster or a dump or something that cost you lots of money? Drop those down in the comments and let me know. If you want to make smart investments, hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to listen to my weekly podcast where I bring on expert guests that are going to help you make the best and smartest investment.